there. There goes that vehicle. We're going to start into. Hang on, here we go. Airborne Patrol, Simba 1 calling. Do you read me today? Over. The name from the Afrikaans word diver, meaning yellowback diver. Get that name for their habit of diving into bushes to escape predators. And the okapi, believe it or not, have that zebra-like striping on the legs and the hind quarter, but they're not a member of the zebra.
See the rhinoceros? Look at that one sleeping.
That's going to be a good video.
Yeah. Look at that rhino, Lola.
The deep waters up ahead of us here. We're going to go around to the left here, check on the other side of the river itself. But it gives us a good chance to study those hippos out there. Newborn hippo weighs about 85 pounds. Full grown male going to tilt the scales around 5,000 pounds. Now, we've been asked by the wardens just to stop here for a few moments. Might be animals crossing the trails way out ahead there. Animal scores have the right of way in the reserve, so we'll hang out here for a few moments. Now, they are a lot larger and a lot more aggressive than their American cousin, the alligators. Some of them grow up to 20 feet in length. Now, crocodiles have very, very powerful jaws, have the ability to crush and pulverize an animal. Plains of Africa. Baobab trees, they're only getting leaves about 3 months out of the year. The rest of the year look just like you saw there. The reason that they swell up to that size, their trunks hold water. Elephants puncture those open with their tusks in the event that they need fresh drinking water. One of my favorite views here, the savannah, all down below. Predators hiding in very tall grass. Coming in on those Patterson's eland out to the right here, very, very large tan antelopes. And you know, they're actually one of the largest antelopes in Africa. A full-grown male can stand about 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh around 2,000 pounds. Very impressive spiral horns on them as well. They're more commonly known as Tommies here in Africa. And what you're seeing out there, those are all full-grown Tommies. They only weigh about 60 pounds maximum. Check out the horns on the Ankole cattle, also known as the Watusi cattle, named after the tribe that domesticated them, the Watusi tribe. The horns on the Ankole cattle about 5 or 6 feet in length apiece, with a circumference at the base of about 22 inches. Spotting some white-bearded wildebeest in the gully there, but take a look way out across. There's a reticulated giraffe.
Oh, look at the giraffe, guys!
Now, hang on, we're going to come around here and try and get a little bit better look. Feet tall, adult male going to grow about 20 feet high. Take the name from the Latin word reticulata, which means net. Makes reference to the net pattern all across the coat. Watch for those white-bearded wildebeest to the left here, and sometimes we do spot mandrills around the rocks and out through the trees. Mandrills, largest monkeys in Africa, full-grown male, going to weigh about 100 pounds. Looks like way down towards the bottom of the rocks there. Look towards the back of the tree line in there too. But there's lots of fallen trees here too, so we're definitely getting closer to elephant country itself. Now there's that red clay pit way up to the right. Wilson saw the elephant herd up there. That's where we're going. Also going to try and get something on the radio. Looks like that elephant's starting to eat. Elephants, big eaters of course, going to eat about 300 pounds of food in one single day. Looks like quite a bit more of the herd up ahead of us there. I can see out past the trees. We're going to try and catch up there too. Looks like a young one way up ahead of us here. Elephants. The more we actually study elephants, the more we realize just how important their family structure system really is to them. Now the elephants here on the plains now, you're going to start to notice a little bit of grass or dirt or mud all across their backs. Elephants spray grass and dirt and mud all across their bodies to protect their skin from getting sunburned. Their skin actually very sensitive to the sun. Lots more of these ancient baobab trees all around. Beta-carotene, they get that from the brine shrimp they eat. The grayish-looking ones that you see mixed in, they're actually still considered to be young ones. They're going to get pinker as time goes by. That's going to take about a year, maybe just a little bit longer. White rhino, look in the bushes, way in the back.
Oh yeah.
There they are, see the rhino.
The white rhinos, you're going to see they're a little dusty, but they're not really white, of course. They're gray. The name comes from the Now the cheetah, that is the fastest land mammal. They'll achieve a running speed of about 70 miles an hour, but they only can do that for short periods of time. They're also the only large cats that hunt in the daytime, and they will use the sense of sight for hunting. It's to dig the burrows out, then they back inside to wait for prey to come along. You can imagine what kind of little legs they have. Don't be fooled, charging speed 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And we found more ostrich eggs not too far away from an ostrich right here in the shade. There's those bontebok we spotted back there too. Bontebok actually, once again, nearly hunted to extinction in the 19th back there.
Yeah.
Another trail to the woods to the right there. We're going to try to make it through this one with all the guys. Well, that's got to be poachers. Hold on. Up ahead, top of the hill. Wilson, it's Simba 1. I see the poachers camp. They're not here. I think we're too late for this one.
Oh, not to worry. You dropped them right into my patrol.
Oh, great news, Wilson. Stand by. We're
Thanks to you, they are now full set.
There's that baby elephant safe and sound. Good job, Wilson.